Hey guys, Mike, IronTrap Garage. We got a crazy week coming up. We got some work getting done at the mill. We have a contractor that's coming to paint the one whole wall, so that's very exciting. It's gonna change the way that looks a lot. We're gonna work on my car, try and get the oil leak fixed, trailer back from Wheels of Time. Hopefully we can figure out what's going on so I can start driving it. Matt and I are going to New York on Wednesday and Thursday. We have like three stops to make in New York over 2 days to pick some stuff up. Duryea Day is on Saturday, so I'm gonna hopefully my car's fixed by then, drive to the show, and then hopefully drive it home. We'll see what happens. Trying to think. There's a bunch, craziness never ends at IronTrap. So Matt's got a bunch of axles to break apart this morning. I need to catch up on all the shipments from the weekend from being at Wheels of Time. So let's get to work. Another crazy week.
All right, so it's Monday, and we have to do real work after a week, partial week and weekend of messing around at Wheels of Time. We got all these axles over here that we've been putting off taking apart. It's a couple 32 heavies and a later 46/8 axle, and we have a customer that just bought some purchase and stuff, so we need to disassemble this to ship to them. So getting right at it. So we're gonna fire the torch up. It's not too hot today, and see how this thing treats us. Are you ready? Yep.
I can adjust.
Oh yeah, I left the fucking ratchet out. Down. Take your shit and get it out of my way. Get your customer shit out of my way.
All right, so Matt and Steve got all of the axles blown apart. That did not look like it was very fun.
There was a lot of axles.
So we got my car on the lift. It leaks a lot of oil from the front of the timing cover, like a lot of oil. It was full the other day. There's not a lot of oil in there. There's maybe 2 quarts.
Maybe.
That's
a
very strong maybe. So what we found is it looks like it's coming from the front timing cover, and there's just a line of oil running down the front of the pan. So to fix that, we need to drop the oil pan, take the front timing cover off, and redo the, it's just a rope seal in there. And then we're also gonna check the rope seal in the back, because hopefully they're both not messed
Right,
up.
exactly. Hopefully we get away with just one of them.
Yes.
We'll be all right.
It didn't seem like it was leaking too bad from, this is like a little weep hole in the bell housing. It didn't look like it was leaking from there, more just running. The whole back of the car now is covered in oil. It's rust proofed. So fix this, and then I'll be driving it a whole bunch more the rest of the season. But this was a bit of a problem to drive. I had to put a cord in it, and I live 3 minutes from the park, so it leaks a lot. So we'll get this fixed and we'll be on our way.
All right, so second half of my Monday is some mill work. Been waiting on, had a bunch of, this is up in the clock tower area, the 3rd floor, and up top, way up there is the clock tower. But we had some windows I've been just trying to get windows redone. So up in here, they put a roof on this years ago, but the windows, there was a bunch of broken windows. So pulled them out, had a local glass shop that's been doing work for me. These are 2 windows that they went over and braced them up, put new glass in them because they had broken panes. So this one in the front here, this is the street side, had 2 broken ones. That one back there had a broken pane, and there's one you can't really see that's way over there that had a broken one. So I'm going to get up on the ladder here and get these all replaced, put the sashes back in, and we'll have another building with glass, no broken glass in it, which is nice.
All right, so Steve, that fine gentleman all the way up there, worked on my car yesterday and today and got the problem fixed. So what we figured out was actually our doing. Dropped the pan, and the front edge of the oil pan that the timing cover sits on, and it's hard to show, not on the left, but that lip, there's like this much that the oil pan steps out that the timing cover sits on. It was missing the gasket on this side. What we think happened is we pulled the timing cover off to put a cam in this engine, and when we did it, we tore that gasket off, didn't notice it, put it right back together, and it was just leaking out of there. So Steve put it all back together, put a new lower rope seal in it, and new oil pan gasket and siliconed everything nicely, put it back on, took it for a 10-15 minute drive, and there is no oil. There's a puddle of oil there because I think it is leaking out of the dipstick tube area, but that's very minor. It's not pouring oil out of the front. It leaked literally so bad when you would drive in, you could see a line of oil on the road where I was driving. Whole underside of the car is covered. It was covering my windshield and everything, so that's fixed. The plan is, there's a show Saturday, the Boyertown Park, Duryea Day. I'm actually gonna have my wife and kids come over here, get the car, drive it to the show, hang out for a little bit, and then drive it home. So I'm excited about that. Leave it at home, bop it around, drive it to work occasionally until the winter, and we'll bring it here and do some small repairs on it. So, all right, so we are out, today's Wednesday. We're outside Corning, New York. We're at a local business called Engines and Transmissions. They specialize in automotive repair, and they have a bit of Model A, Model T, early Ford stuff. Sorry for the wind. It's a little windy today. So we're out here in the middle of nowhere, beautiful view. Gonna go dig through some old car parts, see what we find. They have an adorable shop dog that's hanging out. Hey, hey, oh. Cute guard dog just hanging out outside. Hi, were you taking a nap? I'm sorry. She got all of her bones and everything. So we're gonna go dig for some parts, see what we can find. Then we got 2 more stops on this trip, so jump through New York and pick up some cool old Ford stuff.
Well, we're in New York, somewhere, upstate New York, I guess. The sign looks like it would not be very good, but it is actually, it checks a lot of the boxes. So there's a child working there, which is key. Kind of a little rundown, but authentic.
Yeah, very good.
And it was quite good. I would give it a pretty good recommendation if you're, I think we're somewhere outside of Madison, Route 20.
Yeah.
So this was pretty good at Chimichanga Firehouse.
Not where you would expect to find decent Mexican food.
No, but it's actually pretty darn good, and there's a cool Texaco sign there.
You got room in the trails for that.
Yeah. I doubt that guy wants to sell that. All right, so we just got back from our trip in New York, and it went pretty smoothly, not fully how we expected, but we're gonna do some unloading here. We'll show you guys some of our favorite stuff we got on this trip. And Moon is, as always, very excited. Oops. I know, Moon, I know.
This might be Moon's favorite time inside the
I know. Yeah, Moon, we got all kinds of junk in here. Look at all this stuff. So we're gonna unload all this stuff and get it out and see what we're gonna keep, what we're gonna sell, and we'll go over everything with you guys.
last few shots were a Duryea day in Boyertown at the park. Drove the mats, picked my car up, drove it to the show, and I just drove it all the way home. About 25 minutes from the shop. Highway, it's just like a normal back roads. It's not really a highway, it's 2-lane road, but everyone does 45, 50 on there. No problems, cruised along. I do need front shocks, the front end shakes, gets a dribble to it over bumps, but other than that, it was fine the whole way home. Oil's fixed, didn't run out of gas. I did stop on the way home for gas, so I didn't run out, but successful drive home. So I'm gonna be driving this a bunch. I might drive it to work next week. Gasket Goons is in 2 weeks. I need to make room in my garage. One of Matt's cars, his Volkswagen's in there. I need to get that out so I can put that in, and then we'll take the Volkswagen to the mill. Very happy. It's very fun to cruise this home. Beautiful weather. Great start to the weekend. So thanks guys for watching. We appreciate it. Next week we got a bunch of craziness going on as well. So thanks guys for watching. Catch you later.